In this video, we are going to introduce the best war games of 2022. Please stay with us until the end of the video. Number 10, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction.
Staring into the heavens until a piece of it fell.
Rainbow Six Extraction is a cooperative multiplayer game that can support up to 3 players. In Extraction, the operators must infiltrate an alien-infested location and complete objectives, such as collecting samples, extracting materials from computers, and gathering intel. Each play session, known as an incursion, is made up of 3 interconnected sub-maps, and players will be assigned any one of the 12 objectives randomly in each sub-map. The location of the objectives and the placement of enemies are procedurally generated. Once the player secured their objective, they can choose to extract themselves, or explore the next sub-map. New area would be more difficult than the previous one, but players would receive more rewards by completing them successfully. Extracting early ensures that all the operators would be safe. If an operator is taken down by enemy, they will become missing in action, and players cannot play as them until they have rescued them in an extraction mission. Characters which are severely injured in the previous mission will also remain hurt and will only recover slowly. Number 9, Exomecha. A new habitable planet named Omecha becomes discovered by multiple smart species in the galaxy. To take control of the planet's resources, those species fight against each other. At first, the Exomecha journey will start with all natural environments. As more civilizations come to the planet, our maps will evolve, and each civilization will reflect its theme to maps. Number 8, Total War, Warhammer 3.
My child, there is so much to tell you, and I have run out of time. The sacrifice I made was not enough. The dark gods still feed on our transgression.
Like its predecessors, Total War, Warhammer 3 features turn-based strategy and real-time tactics gameplay similar to other games in the Total War series. In the campaign, players move armies around the map and manage settlements in a turn-based manner. Players engage in diplomacy with, and fight against, AI-controlled factions. When armies meet, they battle in real time. The game will also have a custom battles mode where players can create customized real-time battles, as well as online multiplayer battles. Those who own races from the first 2 games will have the same races unlocked for multiplayer in the 3rd game, a combined world map similar to the Mortal Empires campaign in Total War. Warhammer 2 for owners of the first 2 games will also be developed. Number 7, Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl. Stalker 2 was initially announced in 2010, with a release date set in 2012 by Sergei Grigorovich, CEO of GSC Game World, stating, "After the official sales of the series exceeded 4 million copies worldwide, we had no doubts left to start creating a new big game in the Stalker universe. This will be the next chapter of the mega-popular game players expect from us." The development of the game was ambitious. It was stated that the game would feature an all-new multi-platform engine, made from scratch to fit Stalker 2. During development, numerous layoffs and overall attrition through the development of the game had shrunk GSC's employee count by 75%. 2 years in, Grigorovich had announced the immediate cessation of all development due to personal reasons, likely as a result of financial difficulty. Number 6, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League.
Just checking. We're all seeing that thing, right?
This has one.
Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League is a genre-bending action-adventure game set in an open world based on Metropolis. The game features 4 playable characters, Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, Harley Quinn, and King Shark. While it can be played solo, the game also features a 4-player cooperative multiplayer mode. When played solo, players can switch between characters at will, while the other characters are controlled by the AI. Number 5, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Similar to its predecessors, the game is a first-person shooter with elements of an action role-playing game. The game can be played solo or with 3 other players in online or local split-screen multiplayer. The game is set directly after Tiny Tina's assault on Dragon Keep, and like that expansion, the campaign is set within the world of a fantasy-themed tabletop role-playing game. Tiny Tina will be its dungeon master and can change the game's world on the fly. In Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, players can create their own playable characters. The game features 6 different character classes, and for the first time in the series, players can mix and match these skills for their characters. The playable avatars have stats which can be upgraded using hero points. Players have a large arsenal of weapons and firearms at their disposal, and for the first time in the series, players can wield melee weapons. The game features the same procedurally generated loot system from the Borderlands series, which is capable of generating numerous combinations of weapons and other gears. Number 4, Sea Power, Naval Combat in the Missile Age. The game is set in the Cold War between the 1960s and 80s, mainly focusing on naval combat between the NATO and the Warsaw Pact in the North Atlantic. The game is also slated to include the Gulf of Tonkin and the Persian Gulf. According to the developers, the gameplay style will be inspired by James's Fleet Command and EA's Strike Fleet. The game shares many features with Fleet Command, including 3D graphics, real-time gameplay, time compression, and the inclusion of carrier and land-based aircraft. The game will also use a turn-based style for the strategic map, although improved from their previous game with Killer Fish Games' Atlantic Fleet. Number 3, Company of Heroes 3.
I'm 44. Our orders were to liberate the Italian city of Gita.
In Company of Heroes 3, the players take the role of Allied forces during their invasion of North Africa and Italy. The game has features new to the series, such as the tactical pause system, which allows the player to pause a battle and queue up commands to be done after the game is resumed. Company of Heroes 3 also has an improved destruction system that gives the title more granular destruction, such as individual tiles and bricks crumbling off buildings. Italian partisans are allied NPCs that can either be used on the map or be called in during battles. The story is dynamic, and the player's interactions with the game's various commanders can affect the narrative's ending. Number 2, Saints Row.
Got eyes on the buyer?
Yep. Here he comes.
And I got the dealer. Nina, they're heading your way. They're here.
You should have eyes on the merchandise.
I sure do.
Was that a gunshot?
Yeah, they shot the dealer.
That is so...
The Saints Row series is part of a genre known as sandbox games. The series combines elements of action, adventure, and vehicular gameplay. The player can freely roam the virtual world on foot or by use of vehicles, and make use of an array of weapon and melee-based combat. Illegal activities such as assaulting non-player character civilians and police officers will instigate a proactive and potentially lethal response from authoritative figures. In the instance of death or arrest, the player will respawn at a nearby hospital or police station.
I was once a
Number
Jedi
1,
Knight.
LEGO Star Wars The
The same as
Skywalker
your
Saga.
father.
How did my father die?
Ready are you? What node you are ready? The rebellion is reborn today.
Unlike most LEGO video games in which players had to advance through the story in a linear order, players can choose to start the game from any of the 9 Skywalker Saga episodes and complete them in any order they wish. Each episode will have 5 story missions, making a total of 45 levels, contrasting from 6 levels per episode in previous games. Combat has been revamped from previous titles, such as lightsaber wielders now using a variety of combos with light attacks, heavy attacks, and force moves, and blaster characters having an over-the-shoulder camera angle featured in many third-person shooter games. The game features 300 playable characters.